Hi guys, welcome back. So now that we know how to correctly make equivalent fractions with tenths and hundredths, now it is time to add those same type of fractions using those same methods. Okay, so let's start with number 1, and you'll see this same sheet posted underneath the practice and review problems. So again, to start with number 1, it says 8/100ths and 6/10ths. I want to change the tenths fraction to make it 100 so that it's easily, so I can easily add it rather. So instead of 6/10ths, I am going to change it to a fraction with 100ths. And as I learned in the previous video, in order to make 10 to 100, I need to multiply 10. So 10 times 10 is equal to 100. And if I multiply the bottom by 10, I have to do the same thing to the top. And 6 times 10 is going to give me 60. So now I can correctly add 8/100ths plus 60/100ths. And if you want to take a little extra small piece of space at the top, you can, to add those numbers just to make sure you're adding the correct thing. 60 plus 8, 8 here, and a 6 in my tens place. So my numerator is going to be 68. And anytime you add fractions, you just want to go ahead and make it 100. You want to keep your same denominator. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to do all of the odd numbers, and we're going to do something different with those even numbers. So hang tight, and let's go ahead and move on to number 3. Okay, so number 3 says 1/10 plus 67/100ths. Again, I find the fraction that I want to change. I'm going to be changing 1/10. And if you can remember that model yesterday, anytime we shaded 1/10 of a model, it was really like shading 10 of the small boxes for the 100ths grid. So 1/10 is equal to 10 100ths, and we're just going to add that to 67 100ths. Again, take a small little space out to the side to add your two numerators together to make sure you're adding the correct thing. We get 77. So going to be 77 in your numerator, and you're going to keep those same denominators since you're adding. It's going to be 77 100ths. Okay, hopefully you're doing fine. Let's do one more together. Okay, and for this one, I'm going to show you my little trick that I've learned to do anytime I'm multiplying or anytime I'm adding tenths and hundreds. So again, I look at my two fractions that I'm adding together, 27 100ths and 7/10. I want to change the fraction that has tenths with it. So because I know I'm changing it to 100 and I have to multiply 10 by each side, you can clearly see that each time I've been adding or changing my fractions to hundreds, I've been adding a 0 to the top and bottom. And what that just shows is that I'm multiplying 10. And so to skip that step above where I showed you how I was multiplying, I'm going to just add my 0 because I know that I am multiplying. And I'm going to rewrite my fractions because I like to visually look at what I'm adding. Okay, go to the side again. Add those two numbers. 27 plus 70. And I'm going to get a 7 in my ones place and a 9 in my tens place. So that's going to leave me with 97 hundredths. Okay, so that's a simple way of doing it. Just adding a 0 to the top and the bottom. Okay, I'm going to give you a few seconds to quickly do number 7. Okay, so if you were thinking like we've been thinking before, you want to change your fraction with tenths by adding that 0 to the top and the bottom. And you're going to get 40 100ths instead of 4 100ths. So now you're going to be adding 21 100ths plus 40 100ths. Add those two numbers together, 21 plus 40. And you're going to get 61 as your numerator and 100 still as your denominator. Okay, let's try about 2 more. You have 36 100ths plus 5 tenths. Gonna add our 0. Add them up on the side. 6 and 8. So that's gonna give me 86 and 100. One more just to make sure that your strategies are going to